Hello everybody, welcome. It's Saturday night. Where else would you possibly need to be but here, watching Crafters TV and picking up some great deals, some great ideas, some great sort of inspiration for crafting and also for your storage and keeping yourselves organised. My name is Becky Sworn. I'm going to be with you all today. I hope you've enjoyed today so far. We've had lots of lovely things to show you in First Look and also in Play Your Crafts Right. And do remember, we are giving you some free gifts this week because we thought, why not? Though it's a weekend, we should give you some free gifts. So if you spend more than £20 or $20, you will receive one of our Masquerade Ball chandelier dies. Or if you spend over £100 or $100, you will get our it's a 3D scene builder. There's a stamp and die set. So definitely worth popping into your basket should you be purchasing anything today. Now, we have got, in this craft house today, we've got, it's all about Tiffany. And we've got some fantastic deals, some fantastic products to show you. And of course, we've got the fantastic Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm so excited to be here today. We've got some awesome stuff. We got a brand new thing. I'm thrilled to be here. The weather's nice here. It's all good stuff today, Becky. I'm so thrilled. Super fun to be with you too.
I'm glad to hear it. It's been a while since I've seen you actually. I just think that's how shifts happen. I haven't seen you for a while, but I'm glad the sun's shining there. It's been glorious weather here today. Well, glorious weather when we've been inside and out of the studio because obviously we're inside the building all of the time. But as I say, we've got some fantastic deals for you. Do message in if you've got any questions for myself or Tiffany. We've got lots of questions and lots of opportunities for you to ask some questions to Tiffany. So do message in at Crafters TV. You can have a look at the details on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube as well. You can message in. We've got people already coming in to say hello. Stacey says hi from Michigan. Jessica says hello everyone from Southern Illinois. Do message in and let us know what you're going to be getting up to this weekend. And do remember about those special deals, those special gifts we're going to be giving you on the website as well. They're all on the Crafters Companion website, so that's where you need to go and shop for any of the deals that you're going to be seeing in this show in order to get those great free gifts. So the first item we've got are our paper handlers. We've got these ones down here. I've got my 12 by 12s, oops, and I've got my A4, and I've also got the brand new 8 by 8s as well. So you saw these earlier on. I gave you a sneaky peek of these in Play Your Crafts Right. These are fabulous. So they obviously come to you flat packed. They are sort of a rigid plastic in order for you to keep everything all organised. It has a great integrated little handle in here which just slots back down, so it means that everything's kept nice and straight. But if you do need to move anything around, you can absolutely do that. So that is your 12 by 12. You can see we've still got loads of spaces there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 paper pads in there, but still plenty of space to fit in some others. We've then got our A4 size. You've got the little hole here, so if you have that on your shelving, easy for you to pull out. And again, you've got those integrated little handles in order for you to move them around nice and easily. So that's your A4, and then you've got the brand new 6 by 6 one here. Sorry, 8 by 8. Again, fitting plenty of space in here. So this is £16 or $21. Platinum price is £12.80 or $16.80. These are a great price. I really like these. Tiffany, these are, as always, a great deal for you to have, aren't they? Brilliant for organising all your crafty storage.
You know, they are just a basic, a craft room basic, right? They're going to hold, like you said, the 12 by 12, the A4, 8.5 by 11, and the brand new 8 by 8. They are going to hold all of your craft room basics. So not only do they work for paper, but they work for other things as well. So first thing you should know, they all have handles that, as you mentioned, they all also fit our tab divider pockets. So the 8 by 8 tab divider pockets are going to fit in the 8 by 8, the 8.5 by 11 A4, and these are the portraits. So we have two sizes in those. We have a portrait orientation and a landscape. The portrait orientation is going to fit the A4 8.5 by 11, and then of course the 12 by 12 tab divider pockets are going to fit the 12 by 12. Also, if you're using our Scrap Master, that is going to fit. So when we talk about organizing, right, you've got your Scrap Masters. So this is all my green and yellow paper that I've got organized here, and I've got my green and yellow scrap masters in there as well. So the 12 by 12 is going to work with all your other Totally Tiffany products as well. One thing I wanted to mention also is it's not just for paper. So these are all crafting magazines, and in the US, we get a lot of UK crafting magazines, and they don't fit 8.5 by 11, and that's why we made this particular paper handler to accommodate both A4 and 8.5 by 11. A lot of times with those magazines, you get a giant stamp set, and those are going to fit perfectly into your paper handler as well. So if you're looking for a way to kind of manage, organize, and store things that are a little bit oversized, Totally Tiffany products, as most of you know, are all just a little bit oversized. So you're going to be able to get your A4 8.5 by 11 in with no problem. So these are great, as I mentioned, not only for paper, but they're also awesome for all kinds of other things. So this, as an example, this is a little Christmas kit. Now, one thing I just said, all of the Totally Tiffany products are a little bit bigger than what they're going to hold. So this is an 8 by 8 project pad, but it's obviously bigger than 8 by 8. So look how tall it is next to this box, but it is definitely still fits in there because we always leave just a little bit extra room. There's all the rest of the pieces for this project kit. I've got a couple of pens, red and white, that I'm using with the project. I've just clipped those on. So now, Becky, I can just take this little project kit with me wherever I want to go, whether I'm taking it off the shelf in my craft room and going to watch TV, or I'm dropping it into a tote and going out to a crafting event. The handles on it make it so easy to move things around. So when you're looking at the paper handlers in this little bundle, if you think, oh, I might not need this or I might not need that because of the size, I want you to think about things like stamps and stencils and scraps and all of those extra pieces, Becky, that you also need to keep organized together so that you can use them. This is a perfect solution for this, especially at this price.
Fantastic. And as you said, those dividers are available on the website as well in order to do that. So do make sure you have a look on there. And do remember, everything that you buy today from Crafter's Companion will allow you to be in the opportunity to get those free gifts for £20 or $100. So that is really great. This is your paper handler. That's £16 at $21. Platinum price is £12.80 or $16.80. The next item we've got for you are the slide stash and store. These are great. These little boxes. They are small but mighty is what I would pen them as. Two different sizes. You've got different sections in here. So great for sort of organising things like this. So things like inks that perhaps may leak or glues that may leak perhaps. You've got the little hole here, so if you put them on your shelf, you're able to easily pull those out. Now each one of these is a 3-pack, so you've got three of these and then 3 of these as well in the deal. Great opportunity to get these. £10.48 or $13.28. Platinum price is £8.38 or $10.62. Tiffany, these are brilliant. I love these.
You know, these are slide, stash, and store, right? And I always think of them as a super simple solution as well. You can see my whole shelf here is just loaded with them. So these are all that #1 size. And I just slipped a piece of paper into the front of each tray. And that acts as a label, right? When I put my finger in there, the paper just goes back a little bit and I can pull it out. But you know, lots of us are now using our new glitter paste. So this is the #1. It's a great solution for glitter paste. What else do I have up here? I've got, of course, shaker shape fillers, re-inkers, and glitter. And again, this is all what's going to go in that #1. Now, I have mine all up on a shelf, but I want you to think about that drawer where you have all of these things just kind of roaming around loose in a drawer or in a basket or in a bin of some type. If you just drop these trays into that drawer, into that basket, now all of a sudden you've got all these things organized and they're portable. So if you want to work with glitter paste, you can pull open the drawer, pull out your box of glitter paste and bring the whole thing out. And then when you're done, put it back. Or again, just pop it right back on the shelf when you're done with it. Nouveau enamel drops. This is a great tray for storing those as well. It's visible, it's accessible. You can see all of your colors, which is really, really nice also. When we look at that #2, right, it's perfect for paint. So I have my paints organized by color, pinks and reds, blues and greens, whatever I'm working with. And one of the great things about this is I can pull this whole tray of pink paint off my shelf at one time, choose the color I'm working with, put that back, and then pick it up and put it all back on the shelf. So one of the things this really helps you do is not only can you find your things and put your things away, you can actually stay organized all the way through the process, right? You don't have to make a mess and clean it up. It's just in and out, off and on the shelf, and you're good to go. So this is at number 2, and I'm an adhesive junkie. So all those different adhesive runners are right there. The number 1 also is a great fit for different threads. So you can see right through the box what color each of those threads is, right? Easy to store. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spools of thread in there. So if you sew and you're looking for great storage that way, it's a great option for that as well. All different kinds of paints and sprays, and this is that number 2 box. And look at this. You showed one box with a little bit of glue in it and some other things. Here's a whole assortment of different types of glue. And this is something that you are using every time you craft. So imagine grabbing your glue box off your shelf, setting it down on your workspace, and being able to pull out whatever glue you want to work with, use it, even the tapes. Right, I've even got those double-sided tapes in there. So when you're looking at how is this going to work well for me in my craft room, think about all the little bottles and jars. Maybe you have a bunch of things that are just on a shelf, right? Like this. And when you reach back for the one in the back, you knock over the things in the middle. And that is where this product really, really shines, Becky, because nothing falls over, everything stays neat and tidy, organized, and categorized exactly the way you need it. So the number 1 and number 2, super versatile. You're gonna find so many different uses for them in your craft room. It's a great day to pick those up and get started organizing not only your shelves, but maybe your drawers or a tote or even a bin or basket where you have a lot of little things just kind of roaming around.
That's a great idea. Definitely like the idea about using them in your drawers as well, because you immediately think about putting them on the shelves, but absolutely that makes sense for organising your drawers. So these are your slide, stash and store. You get a pack of 3 of each of these. So you've got one which is this size, which is a bit taller. This one's a little bit squatter. You can see how much you can fit in them. They will come to you flat packed. They are really sturdy. So when you saw Tiffany lifting them up filled with things, they're not going to warp or wobble. They are nice and secure, and they're going to be great at organising everything for you. £10.48 or $13.28. Platinum price is £8.38 or $10.62. The next item that we've got for you is this little bag here. So this is your easy to organise zip and store. This is your small square with adhesive and gilding flakes. So not only are we're selling you the bag, you're also going to get all the goodies inside. So the goodies inside are some red liner tape. So you've got your 12mm and you've also got your 6mm. You've got one of our tape pens in there. And then you've got a set of our gilding flakes from the Roaring 20s with the adhesive and the little applicator on there as well. So you're getting all of those, and they're going to fit perfectly in this little bag. You can see here it's very sturdy. You've got a nice solid base on here and zips all around. As with all of the Tiffany items, these are going to last and last. They are they feel like they're really sort of robust. You've got your little strap over here as well to keep them all organised. And of course you can put everything inside here. You're going to get 25 extra bonus points when you buy this today, and obviously this takes you over your £22, so you would get your £20 or $20 free gift, which is your masquerade ball die. Price for this £22 or $34. Platinum price is £17.60 or $27.20. The next item you've got is this large rectangular one, and this one is great, filled with all my soft craft items, this particular one. Loads and loads of space in here. You can see we've got fabric, we've got adhesive sprays in here. We've still got plenty of space. You can see how deep that is here. Again, you've got a nice sort of solid bottom to it. You've also got the zip that goes all the way around the outside, and you've got a little handle over here as well to keep it all organised. And this is £10.79 or $13.45. Platinum price is £8.63 or $10.76. Really, really well worth having. Lots of people are messaging in to say hello. So we've got Sam says, hi all from a beautiful Nottinghamshire. having a break from painting and decorating the kitchen and dining room. Or you'll need a break after doing all that decorating, definitely. It's been quite warm today. Donna Baker says hello from Alaska. Kay says hello from Vancouver, Canada. It's Victoria Day weekend here. I hope you're having a good fun. What are you doing? What are you doing on Victoria Day weekend? Lots of parties, barbecues, that kind of thing? Let us know. Stephanie says hello from Wisconsin. Kim says, Tiffany's scrap masters are so much neater than my scrap masters. I was thinking exactly that when I saw that. I'm thinking, if that's how untidy Tiffany's scraps are, I can imagine how immaculate her whole house is, because my scraps are really messy. Phil Watson says, good evening all. And Jessica says, I'm still reorganising and purging my craft space. I saw there were fab files available, so I asked my daughter, who's helping, as to what I should buy. She's in Vegas with my in-laws, got 4 more fab files ordered. Excellent. Glad to see that you're organising your crafty stash. So, Tiffany, I think you've got some paper takers now, haven't you?
Yes. Yep. So, we've got 3 paper takers today to talk about, right? The 5x7. Let me pull those down here. We'll start with that one. So paper taker, so this is the 5x7. Obviously, they're going to fit 5x7 paper. And if you're a card maker, you know that's kind of a classic size. Again, everything in the TT line is a little bit oversized. So even your envelopes that are going to fit your 5x7 cards are going to fit in your 5x7 paper taker. So this is a great way to organize not only products for making cards, but maybe you've got a bunch of completed cards. You might want to use one of each of the 5x7 bags. This is birthday cards, this is bon voyage or congratulations or that type of thing. A great way to organize by category, but perfect for 5x7 paper. Of course, they're also going to work with our 5x7 tab divider pockets. So I've got all these embellishments organized in here, but I can also use the 5x7 tab divider pockets for organizing stamps and dies. So small categories of stamps and dies or embellishments might be perfect in a 5x7. Of course, all the paper takers have the reinforced strap on the top, which means you don't have to worry about your handle pulling through that clear vinyl. They also have a label pocket on the side and another side handle to pull them off and on the shelf. So the side handles really allow you to create kind of a library of supplies with easy access off and on the shelf. And then also in the 5x7, it's going to fit your Spectrum Noir, the older Colorista markers, Copic markers, so you can see those are all in there. I think there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 36 markers in there. And I know you're looking at this, you're going, Tiffany, those are straight up and down, and my marker manufacturer says they should be stored flat. One of the beautiful things about paper takers, you can turn them this way and now they're flat, or you can turn them this way and now they're flat. So it makes it really, really easy to store things as your manufacturers have suggested. And then next up, I think we've got the 6x6. Is that correct? Let's see here. 6x6 paper taker. Again, all the paper takers are going to work with the tab divider pockets that go that are of the same size. So obviously 6x6 paper and 6x6 scraps, but you can also use those 6x6 for your large stamp sets. Those 6x6 stamp sets. I'm sorry, I got kind of a weird sheen there, but they're so great for stamp sets, anything in that 6x6 size. And of course, as I've said already a couple times today, everything's a little bit oversized, right? Yeah. As far as markers go, this is your tri-blend marker bag, the 6x6. You're going to get about 32 tri-blends in there. You can see them all lined up. And again, closing it up, you can store them on their side, on the back, to meet that recommendation for keeping your markers flat. And I think, Susie, if you can check the list, I think it's 8.5 by 11, it's 8 by 8 our next one.
8 by 8.
8 by 8. So 8 by 8, those of you who are planner junkies, this is a great way to store your planner or put all the bits and pieces that you use to create those pages in your planner right in there. Obviously, it fits the sticker books. I've got a couple of marker or pens in the size of the side of mine. And then also 8 by 8 is great for, I mean, obviously it fits 8 by 8 paper as well. Albums and 8 by 8 albums, and the refill pages for albums also store really nicely in the 8 by 8.
Great.
All right, what's next?
I think that's it from you for the moment. I think it's got one more. Another 8 by 8.
No, this is an 8.5 by 11. Are we? No,
No,
so just
not
8 by 8. Okay, sorry.
Lovely, that's brilliant. I mean, there's so many things you can use them for, aren't you? As you show us, you know, you can put your pens in there, you can put your papers in there. Paper takers, you know, it does a little bit of everything. Another thing that was really lovely, I think these are brilliant, and we love a little bit of polka dot here, are our pack and pop collection here. So we've got 3 different sizes. We've got large, medium and small, and they are absolutely fabulous. So the first one is your large one. If I unzip this, you will see how this works. So you just need to push that down here, and you can see all of the little bits and pieces we've got stored in here. Now, if I take these out, you'll be able to see inside we've got some thick foam in the bottom, and it's got little cuts throughout it in order for you to store all of your bits and pieces. Now, I love the fact that you can pop all of your crafty bits, or your pens, all of the bits and pieces you need for a craft class, and they're all held nice and secure inside here. When you want to use it, you just sort of pop it down and unzip it, but when you want to take everything away, you just need to give it a pull, pull this piece all the way up, and then zip it closed, and you've got everything contained nice and securely. Great for not just your crafty things, but maybe for makeup brushes, that kind of thing. So that is your large one. This one is your medium. Again, we're just going to push that down. So great when you get started in your craft class. Maybe you're going to lots of courses over the summer. You want different ones for different types of craft that you're doing. Again, once you're ready, once you're finished with everything, you just need to pull it up and then zip it across. And that is your medium size one. And then finally we've got the small one, which works in exactly the same way, that we unzip it and then we push everything down, and you can see you've got all of your bits and pieces, things like your pokey tool, your tweezers, those kind of things that you don't necessarily want sort of rolling around the bottom of a bag. These are kept nice and straight and nice and sharp with your scissors in there as well, but everything is protected in there. So the price for this collection of 3 is £39.46. Platinum price is £31.20 or $36.80. These are great. There's a huge saving on this, 30% saving on this. Yeah, so a really well worth having here. Tiffany, what have you got for us next? The Desk Maid?
We have the Desk Maid Clip and Store pods, and you're getting the whole collection in the Clip and Store. So I guess I'm going to pull them out quickly. Well, let's look at them one at a time. They're black, so they're kind of hard to see when they're all grouped together. So the first piece is going to be the tray, and this is the bottom piece, and this is 15 inches back to front and 13 inches across, 5.5 inches tall in the back. This fits in your IKEA cube storage. So if you're using Calyx or Expedit, this tray is going to slide right in there. And the tray, great enough in that cube system, but because, you know, when you put things in those cubes, it's hard to reach to the back. You put the tray in, load it up, and then you can pull that tray straight out and get to the things that are in the back. But we've loaded it with all of these Clip and Store pods today. So this first Clip and Store pod is 13 by 10 by 3 inches deep. It does have a single divider in it, so you can flatten out that divider, just hook and loop fabric, and now it's going to hold 12 by 12 paper, or you can put the divider up, and now it's going to hold your A4 8.5 by 11 and give you a nice extra storage piece here. Now, all of the pods have this band that goes around them. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Next up, you have the medium pod. This is 6.5 by 8 by 3 1/4 deep. Put that in. We've got this one that I like to call the trash can. Oh, where's my little cheater notes on here on the side? So this one is 6 by 6, your little desktop trash can. And then you've got a couple of the smaller pods, and see how they all fit together nice and neat and tidy on the tray. Easy to load up. I'll show you one loaded in a minute. But what's cool about that little band around them, you're also getting these little clips. So regardless of how you want to use these, you can clip them together, right? So now these two guys are clipped together. I can just use them straight across the back of my workspace by clipping things together. I can take them around to the corner if I have a little corner, maybe in my kitchen or on my craft table, where I want my storage to go around the corner. I can clip them together that way as well. So while the tray is awesome and slides in and out of a storage cube really easily, you don't have to use it on the tray, and you don't have to use all the pieces together, right? You could clip these little 3 pieces together and put them in one area of your craft room, clip these other pieces together and put them somewhere else. So wherever you need a little bit more storage, a little bit more functionality, you are gonna find that the clip and store pods can solve that for you. So let me pop these all back on the tray. Let me pull this one over. So I just gathered a variety of things to kind of show you the versatility of the different cubes. In the back, I've got my mixed media mat rolled up in the back. I have my divider up. I've got my larger Gemini plates here in the back as well, so it doesn't have to be paper or paper pads or that type of thing. I've got my Gemini Gemini Midi and Junior plates here in this pod, pencils, right, a whole kit of pencils, some loose pencils. Our 8x5 tab divider pockets fit perfect here, and those are great for stamp and die storage as well, right? So I've got my dies in there and a little cheater, what that's gonna look like when I'm done. I've used this front cube for spritzes and sprays, and look at this, it's all loaded with basic sewing things, right? Quilting clips, you're gonna be able to fit your bindings and laces and that type of thing, different tools, crochet hooks, and then I've got this little bit of extra space as well. So other things that might work with these products, maybe tape runners and stuff, you can put them right there on the tray also. So sewing, paper crafting, drawing. I know some of you bought the rotating design board today. We sold out of that really quickly. That's going to fit in here with your coloring books or your coloring pages. So really, you can customize this whole set to be a variety of things, or you could say, this is going to be all my mixed media. This is going to be all sewing or stamps or dies, however you want to work with it. You're going to find that all the little cubes, all the components here in the clip and store all work together across your craft room, Becky. It really is just a solution that's going to work anywhere that you need a little bit more storage.
Absolutely, that's brilliant, and half price deal on that as well. So it offers a great opportunity for you to purchase that. £30.46 or $36.32. Platinum price is £24.37 or $29.06. The next item that we've got is this hang and hold organizer collection. So this is something that hangs off the edge of your workspace, the edge of your desk, with these little boxes in there. So if I show you what the kind of thing you're going to be getting these little boxes here, these little pouches, and they're going to hang off the side of your desk. So you can use these for all sorts of things, organising, or perhaps, actually we're great for your sort of bins, really, I think. That is something that you often get little, cutting bits out of your dye machine or threads, those kind of things. These are going to clip onto the edge of this hang and hold system. This is really handy. Tiffany, how often do you use this? Is it something that you always have on your desk?
I have 3 hang and holds in view right now. So it's a great way to just add an extension somewhere. So if you are working at a desk with regular types of desk items and you clip it to the edge, you're going to be able to store papers or files of paper in that deeper bin. And then the basic bin has the dividers in it. So it's a great place to store things like tape and paper clips and sort of your basic office supplies. And then, of course, you've got a cup holder and you've got the tool bin. So I have one rolling table that I roll out when I have someone crafting with me. Mm-hmm. There is a bar on either end of that table, and then who's ever crafting, they may clip on the toolbox or the basic bin. And then I have like a little makeup station, like before I do a show, where I have one that has cosmetics in it, my hairbrush, my hairspray. It's at the end of a table with a little mirror. So bathroom, kitchen, garage, craft room, office. Well, and we even use one on our picnic table, because you put the picnic table cloth on and then you put this on, and you have a place for your silverware and paper plates and condiments, and at the same time you're holding the tablecloth down. So it works great for that and keeping the table neat and tidy, a little bit extra space for food and beverages and that type of thing. So anywhere that you have an edge that's less than 2.5 inches thick, you can add a hang and hold and add extra space and get yourself really organized.
That's a great idea, using it for all your makeup. You know, if you haven't got the space for actual dressing table, but you've got space for like almost like just a table, putting this on there and keeping all of your toiletries all organised, all your cosmetics. But I love the idea of using this at the picnic table. That is a really great idea. Definitely didn't even think about that. So as with all of Tiffany's products, we think of craft immediately, but actually there are so many different ways we can use this. So this is £27.99 or $39.99. Platinum price is £22.39 or $31.99. And that is for the bar. So if I show you what the bar looks like, so this is going to attach onto your table. But then you are also going to be getting the other little bits and pieces clip onto it. So little sort of like a tool pocket here. You've got little box kind of shape here. Then you've got this other one which is much deeper, almost a kind of bin putting your rubbish into, and then this small one here, either a cup holder, or you could be using that for other tools as well. And so extremely versatile, as you've just heard, lots of different ways you could use this. Very nice indeed. We've got a few more people messaging in to say hello. Deb says hi from Cleveland, Ohio. Nada says hello from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Parknert says hello, and Mary Matthews says hello from San Antonio, Texas. Hello to everybody. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Saturday. Right, the next one we're going to have a look at is the Craft and Carry Workstation. Tiffany, you've got the black one there, haven't you?
I do, and I have a pink one that's loaded, but I know we just sold out of the pink. I'm going to take you on the tour of the black, and I'll show you the pink loaded up. So it's going to come with a band like this, and this is just to keep it flat when you're not using it, right? So if you unpop the band, and then it's going to roll up and store really nicely in one of the side pockets. That's a great place to store it while it's not in use. And then each of the sections has an insert that goes into the bottom. And just stuff that insert down in there. It's going to feel like it's kind of hard to stuff in, but it needs to be nice and tight so it can help give your craft and carry workstation that stability. And then you've got the different, so this has 3 little sections at the bottom that you can create, or 3 tabs, which creates 4 sections. The second section is going to be the same thing. You want to stuff that bar all the way down in there. I'm just not quite tall enough to be doing this upside down here. And this has 2 tabs that create 2 different sections. So this is going to be great for tools and taller, skinnier things. And then, of course, we've got one more section to push in the bottom. And so what you've created now is the perfect way to organize whatever project you're working on. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I came up with this, I was making Christmas cards at the coffee table while I was watching TV with my husband, and it was a mess everywhere. And it was a common area of our house, so I had to clean it up every time that I was done. And just things were just buried all over the table. And I thought, I need a nice, neat, compact way to organize a project like this. And this is what I came up with. So it's got all the different pockets. It's got different levels, so it's visible. It's got a large pocket in the back. It's got a big bin in the front. And it will hold your 12 by 12 paper. It will hold your 12 by 12 tab divider pockets if that's how you're organized. So I know we just sold out of this color, but it's the one that I have loaded up. And you can see everything I have to work on this scrapbooking project, I have right here in this bin. So if I pull this out, so this is the project itself, right? So I've got a double page layout. Now, if you're working on something like this, you know that once you start pulling different bits and pieces out to include on your layout or on your card or on your mixed media project, pretty soon everything all the project itself starts to get buried with all the things that you have out, right? And you're doing this thing where you're tapping around, like, where are my scissors? Where is this? What happened to my tape runner? Well, with this product, you're going to be able to have all of those things. Everything that you've pulled out is visible. You've got all your little bits. There's this nice clear pocket in the front that's going to hold little things. You've got, like I said, this nice tall pocket here. You've got your side pockets that are going to hold things like scissors, ruler, long embellishments. I've even got my pop-up trash can right in the back. So if I'm crafting somewhere, not at my desk, I can just pop this up and drop it next to me wherever I am, and that'll help me keep everything tidy and organized as well. So paper, scraps of paper, this is an embellishment that I'm gonna add to it, and it's all just right here. It's nice and neat and organized. And if I change my mind about that embellishment, I'm not just gonna push it off to the side. I'm gonna pick it up and stuff it in a pocket so that it's not cluttering up my workspace, and then I'm able to see everything and grab it as I need it. So this product is absolutely ideal for project management. Mm-hmm. I can tidy up my workspace really quickly, pick this up, put it on the shelf, and then I can bring it right back off the shelf and set it down just like that, and I am ready to craft again, right? So I can manage my project while I'm using it. I can store my project, bring it in and out. Last but not least, when I am done with the project, I can just grab this, walk around my craft room, put my markers away, put my tools away, put the paper scraps away, put everything away, fold it up, and I'm ready to go. Everything's neat and tidy, and it stayed that way all the way through the project, Becky. It just makes things so simple when it comes to organizing yourself and what you're doing.
Great idea, excellent, and nice and easy to keep yourself organised. And once you start being nice and tidy, it's easier to keep it nice and tidy, isn't it? £22.49 or $26.24. Platinum price is £17.99 or $20.99. Now the next items we're going to show you are all of the different buddy bags that we've got, and we know you all love these. This first one is your branding. This is £4.74, $7.59. Platinum price is £3.79 or $6.07. Next one is your Karen buddy bag. This is platinum price £6.07 or $7.59. Next one we have is Barbara with those two inserts. This is platinum price £3.79. That's bargain, isn't it? $6.07. Then we have Monica. Always makes me think of Friends, Monica being very tidy. £4.55 or $6.07 is your platinum price. Then you've got your Kirsten buddy bag, and this is £11.39 or $12.15 is your platinum price on this one. Then we have Denise, £5.31 or $7.59 is your platinum price on this one. We then have Irene. That is £4.55 or $6.07. These are really good prices that we've got today. Dawn is your next one that we've got. Platinum price is £3.79 or $6.07. And then we have Teresa. You don't have a song for Teresa, George, no? Teresa. I've got a friend called Teresa and her surname's Green. Literally, so Teresa Green. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? £4.55 or $6.07 is your platinum price for this one. Really great deals. Tiffany, you let us know about all of these different buddy bags, because you've got so many different buddy bags for all sorts of different things, and they all work beautifully together, don't they?
They do, and once you start organizing with buddy bags, you are going to be an addict. So I'm going to take you through the ones that we have available today, the special pricing. Brandy is the first one, and Brandy was designed for rulers. So I am a ruler junkie. Ripping rulers, lettering rulers, centering rulers, border rulers, you name it, I own it, and they're hard to contain. Brandy gets them all organized. You can flip open the top here, and then you're just going to have access to all of those different rulers. Super easy. And then close her up and travel with her or store her away. I've got 3 Brandies stored here in a Slide Stash and Store. This is a number 4, I believe. Yes, Slide Stash and Store. Great for your long hot glue sticks as well. I do recommend that you cut the name off the packaging and put it in the bag. So this is between the insert tray and the bag. So if you want another one, it's easy to remember which one that is. This one is loaded with 12-inch templates, tracing templates. If you love Kiwi Lane or you have 12-inch embossing folder borders and that type of thing, this is a great way to store those 12-inch long templates, borders, that type of thing. So you're going to love it for that. Really easy to store, perfect for all those things. And then next up, I think we've got Barbara. And Barbara has 2 interior bins. And you can see I'm a little bit of a Sharpie junkie here, so I've got this one loaded with Sharpies. This is actually named after one of our, after Barb Carlson, who may be on today.
Okay.
And she is also a Sharpie junkie. So it works really well for Sharpie style markers. It also is ideal for, and actually was designed around, your magnetic ink pads. So it's going to hold 12 of the close to my heart magnetic ink pads. Again, you can travel with it any way you want, but you can store it on its end, and that's going to keep your ink pads nice and flat. Again, going back to those manufacturer recommendations. So that's Brandy. And then we have Karen. And Karen is super popular because she holds our 5x7 tab divider pockets. So again, whether you're trying to store themes of embellishments, these are all Christmas, or you're looking at for a great place to store things like dies and stamp sets, you're gonna love adding those 5x7 pockets and doing that. And then of course, because it's 5x7, any of your standard 5x7 card making supplies, envelopes, card blanks, that type of thing are gonna fit perfectly in Karen as well. So she's probably been one of our most popular bags since she joined the group.
Right.
So Monica is our next girl, is that right? So,
Yeah.
Monica is 5x7, so she's going to work great for your 5x7 embossing folders.
Yep.
She's a great way to store and organize 5x7 photos. If you're looking for a way to organize for a scrapbooking project, you can see I've used my little shut your flap tabs. I know we're going to talk about those later. To separate, these are going in LT, that's London's album. These are going in Max's album. But also she's going to fit card, smaller card sizes, 4x6, perfectly as well. And then again, the photos is a perfect way to organize photos for an album and get everything coordinated together.
Excellent.
And Kristen.
Kirsten is next. Now, Kirsten is Karen's big sister. I'm going to put these side by side so you can see.
Yeah.
They're this. They have this same similar shape, right? They have the slanted front. They have a little bit heavier duty interior box, so they're going to hold more weight. Karen works with 5x7 pockets. Kirsten works with the 10x6 pockets. Again, a great way to store all kinds of things, but especially bigger die and stamp sets are going to be perfect in there. One thing I know people love this product for is storing their sewing patterns as well. Again, there's another shut your flap tab, an example of how to use your shut your flap tabs as well in here. So quilting patterns, flat card stock is going to fit perfectly as well, but really great for red rubber stamps that are a little bit thicker. Bigger die and stamp sets are going to be perfect in there. So when you partner Kirsten with the 9x6 pockets, she's a dream for that. But she also works, I love her for this. This is my tape bag, as you can see, right? I've got foam tape, double-sided tape, red liner tape, even tucked into the sides, I've got my little pop dots tucked in there. So this is just an adhesive bag. You're working on a project. We know we have so many different types of adhesive, different sizes of rolls. And again, the flat things like pop dots and the red liner tape, all of them fit really, really nicely in the Kirsten Buddy bag as well.
Excellent.
Denise.
Okay, Denise, come over here, Denise. Let's talk about you. So Denise, Denise was not born for markers, but she works really, really well for markers. So these are the Spectrum R markers, Colorista, Artesia. There's some paint markers in there. When you're going to work with your markers, you can just open Denise up, and the markers are going to stand straight up and down, so they're easy to pull in and out as you use them. Again, you can see the huge variety of different brands that I have stored here. Now, Denise has 3 individual bins. Maybe it's a little bit easier to see from the bottom. And that's why the markers stay standing up as you pull 1 or 2 of them out, right?
Yep.
So if all of these were just loose in there, you'd have to keep them packed in to keep them standing up. But the 3 bins help you, even with the shorter markers as we've got on this end, to stay standing up. So Denise is great for markers. You can stand her up on her side to keep them flat. Denise was born, though, to work with our medium die stamp and stencil pockets.
Right.
And you can see, as I open this up, she is just an excellent little storage file for all of those things. So whether it's stamps or dies and stamps, you can create, even your red rubber stamps are going to fit in the pockets perfectly. So you can create a small and portable file. Maybe you're going to do it by theme or sentiment. This is all maybe holiday stamps or all sentiment stamps, but just a super simple way when you use those pockets to create a perfect little file in your Denise buddy bag. Store it on the shelf. She's got the pull-out handle, easy to travel with if you need to do that, but easy to pull off the shelf and bring to your workspace as well. So Denise, again, very versatile, markers, and great for, and not only dies and stamps in the little pockets, but you could put any kind of embellishment or ephemera, which is something people are always asking me about, best way to store that. This is going to be a great solution for that as well, by theme, holiday, or type of event.
Excellent. Very nice.
Let's see what Irene can do for us here. So Irene has has two strips of hook and loop fabric, right?
Yeah.
So you can pull down to the bottom, flatten her out, and then so here, look at this crazy thing. I've got two of these are heart-shaped pom-pom makers, and as you can imagine, if you just put this in your drawer somewhere, it's just going to be crazy. It's probably going to be broken.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to find all the pieces, right? But now I'm able to store that with the extra pieces, with the instructions, all right here in the Irene buddy bag. So there may be some small tools rolling around your craft room that you need to get organized. This is a good way to do that. These are the powder puff inks. If you love the powder puff inks, you're going to get 16 of them in your Irene buddy bag. And here's the Irene with using the top loop. So these are close to my heart ink pads. And again, you can stand it this way, easy to get in and out because they stick up a little bit over the top of the bag. And I think there's about 10 in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You can get 12 of this style close to my heart ink pads in the Irene buddy bag. So even right next to each other, you can see the difference. Same bag, but just by using the different loop, you're going to get a totally different usefulness out of the Irene bag.
Great.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Delta Dawn, that's that flower you have on. Okay, Dawn has 4 boxes and 2 hook and loops. So whether you have something tall in there or short in there, and you can see the 4 boxes allow me to store things like crayons. Things stay together, they stay upright, they're easy to pull in and out. So Dawn is very versatile for that kind of thing. If you love gelatos, she was designed around gelatos, so you're gonna be able to store those in there. You know, we haven't talked too much about using Totally Tiffany in other places in your house, but as you imagine, they do work everywhere. This is just a bunch of different Band-Aid sizes. This is usually in the bathroom. And when I have it in the bathroom, it's stored like this with the flap rolled back, just in the bathroom drawer. We talked earlier about using slide stash and store in a drawer to organize. You can do this same thing with your buddy bags. So whether they're in the bathroom or they're in your craft room, roll back the lid, put them in that drawer, and then when you're ready to travel, just close up the lid and take off, right? And it makes it super easy. So this is all sewing notions, again, ribbon, bows, different kind of buttons for sewing. They're all organized in here by color. So Dawn is going to be a great choice for all kinds of things with crafting, but also, she also fits tea bags, each of the 4 little sections.
Oh, okay.
So like a little stash of tea bags in your desk drawer, she's the girl for you.
Excellent.
Teresa,
I think Teresa's our last one, isn't she?
no, I think we have some on the others. Oh, no, then we go to second.
Okay. So Teresa, perfect for re-inkers. They all have a little handle at the end, so easy to store, easy. I mean, you're just watching me as I do this, right? I can literally pull anything right off my shelf and bring it to my workspace. I'm not like handling things or kind of scooping them and carrying them around. It's just like, I need this, bring it to my workspace, open it up, use it on the workspace that way. So re-inkers, baker's twine, also a great way to store baker's twine. If you feed the end of the baker's twine through the Velcro on the side, then you can use it as a dispenser, which is really nice. I've got all of these fun little shaker shape fillers. all organized in these little boxes. I can see all of them.
Yep.
They're all together. I know what I've got, really simple. And those are all in the little skinny Teresa bag. So she is super versatile and work for a variety of different types of products as well.
Lovely. So everything? I think it is, isn't it? That's amazing.
All the buckets, yes.
Amazing. Lots of now. Kim Rice says these are what Michelle needs for all her demo projects, so she doesn't lose any sentiments. But earlier on, when Michelle was doing a demo, we couldn't find the sentiment. It was stuck on the back of one of her items. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They'd be really useful. Kim also says, "Hello, ladies. Actually working on scrapbook pages and putting away a ton of dies since my Totally Tiffany order just arrived today." Perfectly timed. And Rhonda says, I love my body bags. They are so versatile. I've got quite a few at home, and I had a lot of pleasure in organising my craft stuff, so I can actually see where it is. So yeah, definitely something for everybody on there. Do remember, anything that you want to purchase today, buy from the Crafters Companion website. If you spend over £20 or $20, you will get a free gift of a masquerade ball chandelier die, and if you spend over $100 or £100, you will get your 3D scene builder, which is your sort of birthday scene builder there, and that's your stamp and die set. So do remember any of those items that you're going to be buying today on the website. Next thing we're going to have a look at are our shut your flaps tabs and labels. We've got them in large and in small, so you can see these here. So these ones are the large ones. You saw those Tiffany showing you how they were looked on those files. £3.14 or $4.49. Platinum price is £2.51 or $3.59. And your small ones are also available, £2.24, $3.59. Platinum price is £1.79 or $2.87. Tiffany, these are great. Can you show us what you would use these for, how you would use them?
Oh my gosh, these are just a staple. Again, if you look around my craft room, you're going to see them everywhere and on my desk. So these are a classic sticky note, right? Yeah. They have the repositionable adhesive on the back side. The nice thing about them, a couple nice things about them. One is that they're colorful, so they just add that pop of color. It's easy to draw your eye to. The other difference between this, which is a plastic sticky note, and a paper sticky note, is that if a paper sticky note gets folded over and creased, you can't see it anymore, right?
Right, yeah.
But these don't crease. They just kind of bounce back whenever you use them. So like you said, there's two sizes. There's a small and a large size. Now, here's one thing to know about sticky notes in your craft room. Like I had that on my finger. If my finger was covered with any kind of glitter or embossing powder or anything like that, now it's going to transfer to that sticky note. So if your sticky notes aren't staying sticky, that's probably why. Just take an repositionable adhesive tape runner and add a little bit more, and they'll work great again. But you can use them for all kinds of things. So here these are all embossing folders, and I've just used them to create label tabs right on the embossing folder, so it's really easy to find them. Mm-hmm. Here's my other tip for you. You can draw on them with a Sharpie, with a permanent marker, write on them with permanent marker. I don't really like my penmanship, so I tend to use my label maker for everything. I try to put labels on both sides, and that way, no matter how I put this back in my organizer, I'm going to be able to see what it says on both sides. So that's my little tip of the day for you with that. So there, I've used them on that. Let's see what else. Oh, here I've used them on my tab divider pockets. Let me pull those out of there. Right, so I use them on a tab divider pocket. So these are all the different stencil labels, so it makes it really easy to see. And I just stuck them on the tab, right on where the normal label would be. Excuse me. The other thing that I like about using these, rather than labeling right on the tab itself, is that if you're like me and you like to constantly be keeping things in either numerical order, alphabetical order, or color order, they're removable and they can go on another pocket, so that it's easy for me to change the order of things. I don't have to worry about erasing it off the tab itself or putting a new sticker on there. I can just move that label. So it makes it really easy if you like to keep things very organized in that way. So they work great. You saw them on I use them to separate out groups of photos. I just put the adhesive side on the back of the photo instead of the front. I mean, obviously they're going to work for using any kind of office supply as well, anywhere that you would use a sticky note to label something, but you're able to just, Becky, create a tab on anything. So it just makes it that much easier to separate things and find things. I also recommend, if you follow along, I also recommend using them when you have 12 by 12 paper pads.
Yeah.
So if you've got paper pads all standing up vertically, you don't know where one ends and the other begins or what they are. Just take one of these and stick it on the edge, and now you can create a file that says this is a Christmas pad or this is a spring pad, Easter, or whatever, and it makes it really easy to find those paper pads when they're all standing up vertically as well. So many uses. I mean, just they're everywhere. And if you follow along, if you come to Tuesday Live, you will see them constantly as I'm pulling products off my shelf, but they also just work great in your office as well.
Fantastic. And such a great price. I mean, why not? These are great to pop into your basket. Remember, everything, if you get more than £20 or $20, you'll be able to get your free gift. And then again, over £100 or $100, you'll be able to get another free gift as well, up until midnight on Sunday. Next item that we've got is your A4 size fab file for organising all of your bits and pieces, all of your pieces of paper and pieces of card. £7.19 or $8.99. Platinum price is £5.75 or $7.19. The next one is your 5x7 fab file. Again, you can keep lots of things organised in here. And I think they're great if you're going to be going to a craft fair, you're going to be selling some of your items. These are great for keeping them all organised. £6.29, $8.09. Platinum price is £5 and three pounds, £5 and 3 pence, or $6.47. And then we have our 6x6 fab file as well. £6.29 or $7.19. Platinum price is £5 and 3 pence or $5.75. That's a 10% saving that you've got on here. So really worthwhile popping in your basket. Tiffany, can you tell us a little bit about these as well?
Absolutely. So let's start with the A4 8.5 by 11 fab file, and this is a great place. Well, and I was just pulling this out, like there it is again. There's another shut your flap tab that I've used. This is a great place for paper storage. We saw the paper handler earlier. Why would you use one over the other? Yep. So with the fab files, the difference is they have this locking lid, the little handle on the top. So this is a great way to store things that you need extra protection for, or if you don't have a craft room where you can store that. You know, the paper handlers are easy because they're open at the top. We don't all have that kind of space to store that type of thing. So this makes it easy to put it often on a shelf, or maybe store it in another room, or maybe in the garage or something where you need a little bit more protection. So that's going to be perfect for the fab files. But it's also going to work, again, for magazine storage. It's going to work for A4 8.5 by 11 paper. And this one is actually mostly loaded up, so with bills and tax documents. So it's a great way to store those types of things as well. I actually there's one in my husband's office, and that's where we have all our important papers, sort of a grab and go, right? If some disaster happened and you had to get out of the house, where are those important papers? Right there. You can grab that little box and get out the door with kind of all those basic things that you might want or need. So that's the A4 8.5 by 11 paper handler, fab file. And then the 5x7 fab file is also available today, and it does have the different file folders in it. So you get 6 of these file folders, and this was designed to organize scrapbooking layouts or sections of an album where you could group all the photos together. You've got a little insert card that's removable where you can write notes about what those photos are.
Yep.
But the files actually work really well for other things as well. So memento storage, again, organized that way. Cards that you've made or created that you're organizing, maybe birthday, Christmas, that type of thing. So you're going to find lots of great uses. The one question that I get asked a bunch about this is, can I buy extra file folders for it? And there's a little handle on the side. We do not have extra file folders because 6 is what comes in it, and 6 is the maximum number of file folders that you can actually fit in one box. So you're going to get a fully loaded box with everything you need. So let's take a quick look. This is loaded with This is a whole Christmas collection of dies and stamps and embossing folders that all work together. And I've just gotten them stored inside these the little file folders as well. Oh, look what's in here. Shocking, you're gonna see it again. There are some more shut your flap tabs in there also. So a great way to label everything. I mean, they're just a super useful item. This is all the mementos from a trip that I took with my kids to Europe. We've got all the different pieces in there. They're organized by cities we visited so that when I'm ready to actually scrapbook that trip, everything is there and ready to go. So great way to organize that. But you can take the files out and use them somewhere else. This is my Gemini Mini and all the plates and the instructions, and it's all right there, nice and neat and tidy and ready to go. I can take it off the shelf and use it, or I can travel with it, and I know that I have the plates and everything. Even the instructions are in there. So if someone else needed to use it with instructions, they're right there also. So it doesn't, like all TT stuff, it doesn't have to be just paper that you're storing in there. Okay, last but not least is the 6x6 fab file. Again, we're gonna be perfect for 6x6 paper, 6x6 projects, paper pads, all of those things. Again, common question, how many paper pads can I get into the 6x6 fab file? And it just depends on how wide they are, right? So different manufacturers, different widths, some are very thick, some are very thin. So you just have the width to work with. And I believe, I have my little pink measuring tape here. I believe it's 2.5 inches. Is that right? No, it's 3.25 inches. I don't have my glasses on, so that's going to be a guess. Okay, so 6x6, all the basic 6x6 stuff, right? So here it is, loaded up with 6x6 paper and paper pads. But here you can see, here's two different brands of, both of these are marketing as 6x6 paper pads, but you can see there's a definite difference in the size of them. So again, you're going to have that little bit extra space here so that even no matter what brand it is, they're going to fit in there. And then again, this is a resin pour kit, and everything I need to pour resin to do this project is in there. The colors, the cups, the gloves, the stir sticks. So if I want to do a little project that's resin pour, I only have to go to one place, and all the bits and pieces that I need are right there. So not only are you going to find, Becky, that the fab files are great for paper storage and basic paper crafting supplies, but they are going to be great for tools. They're going to be great for kits, all kinds of different things all over your home or craft room. So the 5x7 with fab files, the 6x6 with pockets, and then of course the A4 8.5x11 with pockets as well. You're going to love all of them.
Fantastic. Laura Gray says, I love the fab files so much for my 6x6 paper pads. I've definitely got a fan there. And Lillian Kwok says, I have loads of fab files, but I've now run out of space to put them. You need a bigger craft room, Lillian. That's what I would say. I do have a question for you, Tiffany, from Carol. She said, are you planning on making folders for the British size cardstock that I own? I'd love to have them organised as well, so more sort of A4 size.
All of our 8.5x11 is also A4. So the difference, for those of you who don't know, between A4 and 8.5x11 is that A4 is longer than 8.5x11. 8.5x11 is wider than A4. But both the pockets and the boxes, fab file, paper taker, paper handler, are all designed around that A4 8.5x11. Now, I guess I should back up for a minute. The original 8.5x11 paper taker was only 8.5x11.
Right.
The new 8.5x11 paper taker is in fact A4 8.5x11. But other than that, all of those, and I guess the original fab file that was years ago was 8.5x11. But today, everything that you're getting is going to fit that A4 paper as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. So that's good for you, Carol. So everything that we've just talked about should be okay for your UK cardstock. Now we're going to do a quick vote for demo of the day, so we're not going to have a demo for this show just before we go for a break. So you saw earlier on today in Play Your Crafts Right, Michelle made this beautiful card here with the large outline floral dies that are being launched on Thursday. So this is number 1. And then this is number 2 with that rose outline floral die as well. So this is that beautiful box. So number 1 or number 2? Well, and just get your votes in. Let us know which one's going to win. I've got my idea about which one's going to win. I'm just saying. We're going to go for a quick break and we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, oh, they said get on with it. The Crafters' Choice Awards are here. From the 23rd to the 26th of May, we'll be shining the spotlight on your most loved Crafters' Companion tools and creative goodies. Every day, a new category of crafting nominees will take to the stage, and we need your help to choose the winners. Head over to our website to cast your vote. You can also shop all of our nominated crafting items on our Crafters' Choice Awards online sale. There's going to be so many fabulous offers and deals. It's the perfect opportunity to refresh your crafting space with papercraft, sewing products and much more at award-winning prices. A new winner will be announced each day on Crafters TV, so tune in to the last show of the day for a glittering Crafters Choice Awards soiree.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I was having a little bit of a dance, you know, a little bit of a dance. It's a Saturday night. It's all dancing here. We haven't got a vote yet, but I know which one I would be voting for. I'm just saying, anyway. Do get your votes in so we can get a demo of the day organised, so we can pop it up there as we have a vote tomorrow for demo of the week. And I'm up against you. I've got one in this week. I know, Michelle's in the studio. I'm not just randomly talking to the sofa. Michelle is still here. You're waiting for me to come home, aren't you? Yeah, because we haven't got a car this week, so we're going to be taking taxis. So, yeah, Michelle, you didn't want to leave. Didn't want to go back to the house without me, did you? No, you're going to. Yeah, exactly. She's going to miss me. She's looking after the cookies because we've got lots of cookies here. She's stopping everyone from eating them. Oh, right. I do have an announcement for demo of the day. Shall I tell you who it is? So we had number 1 and we had number 2. Tiffany, which one do you think would have won? Let's ask you, number 1 or number 2?
It's very difficult for me to actually see them because I'm so far away from the screen. So I love the idea of the decorative box.
Yeah,
I
good
love
box
boxes,
there.
of course, and if they're beautifully decorated, that is so much fun.
Yeah.
The card, though, also looks amazing with all those bright colors. I know I'm all about bright colors, so I'd have to do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo on this to figure out which one. But yeah, I love them both.
Well, Michelle made them both.
Make one?
No, Michelle made them both. So don't be offended to think you can only. Michelle's going to win it today, no matter who. But I'll tell you who won. It was this one which won. Unsurprisingly, I mean, they were both gorgeous, but I mean, that is absolutely superb. So that is going to go into demo of the week. So just going to put it up here out of the way so we don't. I'll put it up there in a minute. In a minute. I don't want to get it in the way. Right, we're going to go back to the paper handlers. So we showed these to you at the start of the show. We have got a 12 by 12 one over here. So lots of space in here for you to store your paper or your cardstock in here, 12 by 12 pages. And this is quite a sturdy piece of plastic that's going to hold these together. And you do have these integrated little handles here that make everything nice and easy to transport, but they do slot back in so you can keep everything nice and secure so you've not got any extra bits sort of flopping over the top. So this is your 12 by 12. Then you've got your A4 size. So again, you've got these little integrated handles on here. You're able to fit in quite a lot. You can see there's quite a lot. Excuse me. It was this. I'll not be able to make it do it again. No, you can never do it again. You've got quite a lot of space in here, and you can see you've got these little holes in order for you to be able to pull these nice and easily off the shelf. It's not working anymore. Yeah, it's never going to happen again, is it? No. This is a brand new one. This is your 8 by 8 one. This is brand new. You can see here, same kind of width. You've got that little hole at the front here, and you've got those integrated handles as well. For all 3 of these, £16 or $21. Platinum price is £12.80 or $16.80. Tiffany, these are fab items, aren't they?
They are a craft room basic. They're going to help you organize all kinds of things in your craft space. As you mentioned, the 8 by 8 is brand new, just released, and it's perfect for holding your 8 by 8 paper, your 8 by 8 projects. If you work on 8 by 8 albums, all of those goodies are going to fit in there as well. It does work, as all of them do, with our tab divider pockets. So if you're looking for an easy way to organize your scraps with your paper, gives yourself that divider option as well as giving you a pocket to store your scraps in. You're going to love the 8 by 8 for that. It works awesome for projects as well. So this is an 8 by 8 project pad, and as you can see, it is definitely bigger than 8 by 8. Let me pull out a piece of 8 by 8 paper here so you can see the difference. If you're new to Totally Tiffany, then you know that all of our products are a little bit bigger than what they're designed to hold. So when manufacturers say this is 8 by 8 and this is 8 by 8, I've got you covered. I've left a little bit of extra space for, well, really anything in the marketplace I could find that was that size or dimension, right, will fit in there. So this is a project pad. I've been started with the project, so I've got a pocket in there with all the extra pieces, and I've got some coordinating markers that I'm using, and I can take this little project with me wherever I need to go. And that might just be off the shelf and to my work table. It might be into the TV room where I'm crafting with my husband, or it might be into my tote and out the door to an event, a crafting event somewhere else. So all the paper handlers are going to have that functionality. Also, I love them for grouping things together. So this is a collection of papers. Now, these are all vellums. I put them into the pockets, and now I can see all of them. But vellum is a little bit delicate, so this is a great way to organize things and be able to see them without worrying about damaging the edges and the corners of those fancy paper collections. Same thing if you have a lot of things that are die cut shapes, they're going to be perfect in there as well. So the 8x8 is going to work for so many different things. You're going to love it. The A4 8.5 by 11. Now we do have the tab divider pockets that go along with these as well. Make sure that you're buying the correct orientation. This is the portrait orientation. We also make the pockets in a landscape orientation, but great for, of course, your A4 8.5 by 11 paper, kind of the basic on that one. But it's also going to work well, especially for those of us in the US who aren't used to A4, but we love to buy the magazines that come from the UK, the craft magazines. This is going to store those as well. Whereas the A4, the 8.5 by 11 magazine holder won't fit those magazines because they're too tall. And then, of course, you can use those big pockets, those portrait orientation pockets to store big sets of stamps that often come right with those magazines also. So great kind of across the board for that. And again, all the paper handlers have the pull-up handles, hence the name, I guess, handler. So that's going to be perfect for that. And then the 12 by 12, of course, is perfect for 12 by 12 paper, 12 by 12 cardstock. I have paired it with, in this box, with the paper storage box dividers, so that there's 10 of those in a set. So that gives me an easy way to divide up what's in that box, whether it's by color or by theme or sentiment, however I'm working, those are gonna fit in there. So we tried with most of the Totally Tiffany products to set them up so that you can use all of the 12 by 12 things with other 12 by 12 things. That's no exception with the paper handlers, 8.5 by 11s. It doesn't matter what size. If we make something else that size, it's probably going to fit. This is the Scrap Master, right? So this is my green and yellow paper box. I've got my green and yellow paper, and then I've got my Scrap Masters in there. Everything fits nice and neat and tidy. So if you're using other Totally Tiffany products, they're going to fit in these as well. So, and not just for paper, right? Are you looking for a great place to store stencils? Mm-hmm. There's our shut your flap tabs again. Our paper pockets are going to fit in there. Our collection keepers are going to fit in. So no matter what you're using or looking for storage for, if you're buying the 12 by 12 in this size, the perfect storage solution may be a paper handler, pulling things off and on your shelf, taking them around your home or to crafting events elsewhere. You're going to love that handle option and how well everything stays organized. Not to mention, and this is one of the best things about a paper handler, they stand up on their own. So if you are at an event, you can take this whole box out and put it on your table, well, even at home. And so instead of your paper taking up the square foot of your space, it's only going to take up a minimum amount of space, but you have access to all those papers and all those supplies just by pulling them in and out of the box. So great function for storage, but great function for use while you're using those products as well. So the paper handlers, Becky, at this price, they're a great option, and they're going to work, again, across the board for so many different things, not just paper.
Absolutely, totally agree with you on those. So these are paper handlers. They all have these integrated little handles, as Tiffany was showing you on here. So you've got this one, which is your 8x8. You've got your A4 size, and you've also got your 12 by 12. £16 or $21. Platinum price is £12.80 or $16.80. The next thing we've got for you are our slide, stash and store. These are absolutely brilliant. So you get a pack of 3 in each, so 3 of this size and 3 of this size in this deal here. As you can see, they're quite robust little sort of storage containers, great for things like glues. I was thinking, using these if you're a cake maker for organising all of your food colorings and things like that, because they're going to keep everything nice and secure, and if anything leaks, they're only going to leak into the container rather than all over your desk or wherever. So the price for these is £10.48 or $13.28. Platinum price is £8.38 or $10.62. Tiffany, you use these for so many different things, don't you?
The slide stash and store, super simple solution for all kinds of things. So the original design for them was so that you could slide them off your slide them off your shelf, stash your items in there and store them back on your shelf. But they work great as little organizer trays in a tote, in a travel tote, or in a drawer, or in a basket, or a bin, or something like that. So imagine if you just had all of these colors of Nuvo drops just in a basket. You would have to paw through to find the color, make sure that it was exactly the right color. If it wasn't, you're going back and you're pawing through again. And once you put everything in a slide stash and store tray, you can see even the little subtle color differences for each of those products. So this is the #1 slide stash and store. You're getting 3 of these, and it works not only for things like Nuvo drops. This is a full collection of glitter ribbon, all in one nice, neat little tray. I can see everything, I can get to it. And you know, if you follow the Totally Tiffany brand, that's one of our standards is you want to be able to see things as easily as possible, and you want to be able to get to them and put them away easily. And that is one of the great things about Slide Stash and Store. So glitter, shaker shaped filler, re-inkers, they all fit in there perfectly, and they make things really easy, even just on your workspace, right? So if you're going to use glitter ribbon, you don't have to take it out and bring just that ribbon. You can grab this whole little tray, set it on your workspace, use all the glitter ribbon you want, put it back, and then put it away. It is just this simple and this easy. So even things like glitter paste, right, which were our brand new glitter paste, really fun to work with. That keeps them all visible and all accessible right there in your tray. So also the #1 is great for thread storage, so you can see all the different threads I've got in there. I can see all the colors. And I can literally store this on a shelf, pull it out, get what I need, and put it back. Really simple storage. So the #2, you're getting 3 of these as well. I'm going to pull a big variety of these off the shelf so you can really see just how many different types of craft supplies you can store in this simple solution. And I want you to notice something else. I'm pulling these things off my shelf. They're visible, they're accessible. It's taking me no time at all to find them. I'm gonna work with them and I'm gonna put them right back. It makes taking them out easy, using them is easy, and putting them away, which is probably the most important part, also very easy. #2, great big rolls of washi tape. Simple solution. If you are a junkie like me for tape runners, this is a great way. I can actually pull them out, whatever size, whatever style, whatever type of adhesive that I want. I can pull it right in and put it right out. Oh, there's a lid down there. But it makes it really easy to get to all of those. Fast and easy, simple. Paint, of course, right? And I've just inserted a piece of paper in the very front of the tray that says what is in there. So really easy to create that label. All types of different sprays and mists, right? Again, I can see through the plastic what it is. I can see the different colors of things. Makes it great to get to. This is all different adhesives. I'll turn this way. You can see I even have my red liner tapes there. Adhesive is something you use all the time. Imagine I'm working on a project. I'm just going to grab this off the shelf, set it on my workspace, and now I have all my different adhesive options right there, neat and tidy. When I'm done, I'm just going to take that and pop it right back on the shelf. So, Becky, not only are they great for storage, they're awesome for actually using and staying organized while you're working and making it easy to put things away when you're done, which is key to cleaning up your workspace and being ready to craft again the next time you have time.
I completely agree. Tiffany, I need you to come to my house and tidy up and help me to organise my not just my crafting space, generally my home, because I think actually, you know, all these things you can use in so many different ways, can't you? They're really super versatile. That's how they are. So these are, you're going to get a pack of the small ones, so 3 packs of small ones and 3 packs of the larger ones. So plenty there to keep you organised. Obviously, we've only got one of each showing you here, but you are getting 6 altogether. £10.48, $13.28. It is £8.38 or $10.62 if you're platinum price. So the next one we're going to show you is this rectangle storage here. This is your large rectangle. This is your zip and store. You've got loads of space in here. So we've used this for some soft craft. You can fit your knitting needles in here. There's quite a lot of space. Your wool, you could be knitting and just have the zip not quite done up and have the wool coming out so the wool doesn't zoom across all of the floor and the cat has to chase after it. But you can see how deep these pockets are. Now, as with all of these, you've got a really, really strong zip. You've got a strong base on this one as well. And you also have a handle here. So great for sort of carrying if you're going anywhere. And being able to see everything through with the clear storage, I always think is absolutely key. £10.79 or $13.45. Platinum price is £8.63 or $10.76. Again, great deals. Do remember everything that you purchase today from Crafters Companion. If you spend over £20 or $20, you will get one of our free chandelier dies from the Masquerade Ball. And you spend over £100 or $100, you will get a free gift, which is your 3D scene builder stamp and die set. So do remember about getting those. These are only going to be valid up until midnight on Sunday, so do take advantage of those if you're going to be purchasing anything from us this weekend. Next thing we're going to look at are paper takers. So we've got 3 different sizes here. We've got our 5x7 paper taker here. Platinum price is £5.99 or $7.19. These are extremely busy. If you want these, I suggest that you check out as soon as possible. The next one we've got is our 6x6 paper taker. This is £6.59 or $7.79. That's your platinum price. And the next one is your 8x8 paper taker. This is platinum price £7.79 or $8.99. But do make sure you take advantage of those when you can. Tiffany, these are brilliant, aren't they? Really sturdy. I've got the 12x12 ones at home for organising all my paper pads. But you can use these for all sorts of different things, can't you? Not just paper.
Absolutely. They're super versatile, like so many of the TT products. This is the 5x7 loaded up with markers. It's got the Spectrum Noir, Colorista. It works with Copic. So those are all going to fit in there. Easy to travel with, easy to carry, and you can store it on its side or laying flat if you want to keep those markers flat. So the 5x7 is great for those types of markers. This has become one of the most popular things for the paper takers. I'm going to show you in the 6x6 another marker solution as well. Again, everything in the TT line pairs together so nicely. This is loaded with our 5x7 tab divider pockets. I've got all these Christmas embellishments there. You know, dies and stamps fit nicely in there. You can see I've got my little shut your flap tap labels on there also. So a great way to transport and store embellishments, but also your 5x7 pockets with the magnets for your dies and stamps. And then, of course, because it is 5x7, it's going to work with all of our 5x7 sort of classic card sizes and even the envelope. So this is the 5x7 envelope. This is the 5x7 card, and you can see it's got tons of room, so it's going to accommodate both the cards and the envelopes. Again, one of our little mantras here at TT, keep things together you use together. So you definitely want to know what envelope colors you have that are going to match your card. All of that is right there together in that 5x7 paper taker. The 6x6 paper taker, again, I can't say it enough. I guess all of our accessories, tab divider pockets, scrap masters, paper pockets, all of those things are going to work across the board by size. So we've got this one loaded with the 6x6 pockets, great for your big 6x6 magnet sets, right? Really easy to see. Also, of course, it's going to work flawlessly with your 6x6 paper and your 6x6 paper pads. When you add the pockets, you've got a great way to organize scraps and accessories that might go with those paper pads. So the 6x6 is probably the question you're thinking, what am I going to put my tri-blends in? And the 6x6 is perfect for tri-blend markers. I think we've got about 32 of them in there. Again, visible, accessible, easy to take around because of the double handles, great big label pocket on the end, and all of them, regardless of the size, have that label pocket so that you can easily kind of create that library on your shelf of supplies by getting everything vertical and upright. It just makes things so much easier. Last but not least, we'll talk about the 8x8. So it goes without saying, it does fit 8x8 paper and the 8x8 pocket. This isn't actually an 8x8 album, right? So you could put your 8x8 album in there. Again, I'm a little bit short for this. You got the album, and then you got the refill pages. Maybe you just have a bunch of refill pages for 8x8 albums. They're gonna fit in there, no problem. It's a great way to store those. Or if you're working on that whole album project, you can put the whole album right in there, keep it nice and neat and safe. I also know that people who have completed these smaller albums like to give the paper taker as a storage for the album, right? So it's a good way to store it and keep it nice and neat and tidy. So if you're putting together an 8x8 album, that little paper taker might be a nice accessory if it's a gift. If you love planners, and who doesn't, I'm a planner junkie, you can see I've got my stickers, planner pages, extra planner pages, all the little note cards and stuff, they're all in there. So it's easy. I can work on my planner, again, anywhere. It's a kind of a grab and go, especially if, excuse me, you're traveling this summer and you want to keep something with you where you can keep that journal, a couple of markers. So I've got a couple of colored pens here, maybe some extra pages or maybe a couple of stamps, something that you might use journaling on a summer trip. This is probably the perfect size for keeping all of those bits and pieces together. So we've got for you today the 8x8, the 6x6, and then of course that cutie, the little 5x7, and all of them super versatile, Becky, and really, really fun, actually, just to use for storage.
Absolutely, great. Really useful to have. Our Rachel, our social media superstar, says her 8x8 paper taker is my absolute favourite. I have so many of them. And I think that is, I think as soon as you've been bitten by the Tiffany bug, you want to Tiffanyze everything, don't you? You want everything organised into Tiffany bags. These are another item that you'll definitely want to have. So these are our pop-up pack and pop collection. So these are 3 different size bags. You've got small, medium and large. Now what I'm going to show you, so this is what you get in the base of them. This is a kind of foam piece with lots of sort of slots in the foam. So this just literally slots into the bottom of the bag like so. And then what we would do is we would just pull this piece down so you can actually sort of organise and see all of the items that you've got in your bag. So you can go to a craft class, you can have all of your bits and pieces all contained inside this little bag like so. You pull it down when you want to use it like that. And then when you want to leave and go home and take it home, you just pull that up and then zip it across. And then you've got everything all contained nice and securely in this bag. So this piece just moves up and down depending on how big your items are in there. So that is your largest one. This is your medium-sized one. So if I show you the other way, so I can zip it down, and then I just pull that down like so. And then you can see all of the different bits and pieces that you've got in here. So great to have all of these different ones for different types of crafts. So perhaps you've got one where you're doing a sewing class, you're doing some embroidery or something like that. You want one with all your embroidery bits and pieces in. You can absolutely do that. You might want one where you're doing some painting, or you've got some pencils, coloured pencils you want to use. You can absolutely fill those with one of those. Or as Michelle was saying, she uses these for her makeup brushes, which again, I think is a great idea. So you can pop all your makeup brushes in here. When you actually want to use them, you can pull them down like that, and you can see everything that you've got inside, and everything stays upright as well, which makes them really, really useful. I love the polka dot details on this. It makes it look really, really gorgeous. Now, the price for all 3 of these together in this collection is £39 or $46. Platinum price is £31.20 or $36.80 for all of these. And these are absolutely great. Really, really like these items. Worth popping into your basket today. The next thing we're going to have a look at is the desk maid. And Tiffany's got that all ready to show us, haven't you, Tiffany? This is half price.
I do. Yes, these are the clip and store pods at half price. It's an amazing deal, and you're going to be able to use them not only in your craft room, but in your bathroom for cosmetics with the smaller ones, or in your kitchen for organizing that little bit of, you just need a couple of pencils and pens and a little notepad for that type of thing. but great in your craft room. Now, the whole set is 7 pieces. So you are getting all 7 pieces. I'm gonna unload it and start with the tray at the bottom. So this is the bottom piece. It's the tray. It's 15 inches back to front. It's 13 inches across. It's 5.5 inches tall. It has a wood insert bottom, and that gives it all that stability, right? So when you get it, it's going to be flat. You're going to tuck that wood insert bottom in it. This tray is going to slide in and out of your IKEA Kallax or Expedit. So if you are using cube storage and you're looking for a way to be able to get to the stuff that's stored in the back, this is exactly what you want to use this for. Okay, so you get the tray. Next you get the big bin, which is 13 by 10 by 3, so it is going to fit your 12 by 12 paper. It does have a divider section here, so if you're not using it for 12 by 12, this side splits into A4, 8.5 by 11, and then you have this nice deep area right here, which is great for long things like really long paintbrushes or rulers or that type of thing. Then you've got the little 6 by 6 cube. This is something that people ask me for and ask me for and ask me for, and people love this as a little desktop waste paper bin, right? So as you're crafting, you can use that for that and then just dump it out, but it fits perfectly on the tray, and of course it's gonna fit anything bigger, any kind of bigger storage items. We're gonna see it loaded up in just a minute.
Yep.
We've got this smaller one. This is the small storage. It also has a single divider. And one thing you might be noticing that all of these have this little black band around them. You can see some of the clips on there as I'm showing these. I'm going to show you exactly what to do with that in just a second. The medium bin, 6.5 by 8 by 3.25. And look how nicely all these pieces just fit together, right? So you've got the tool bin, you've got the pen and pencil bin, and this has 2 little Velcro in divider sections, so you can divide that up to be 3 sections or leave it open as just 1. And I like to store the little dividers right in the side when I'm not using them. So that is the full set. Let's take a quick look at it, all loaded up. So what I've done is just pulled a variety of different filled cubes into this, because it isn't just for paper crafting or just for sewing or just for office supplies. You can use it for so many different things. So this is my mixed media mat, right? So I just have it rolled up and tucked in that space. I've got my Gemini plates right here. I've got this bin, the little trash can bin. I'm using our 8.5 by or 8 by 5 pockets with the magnets in there for die and stamp storage. I've got my Gemini Junior and my MIDI plates right here, along with the instruction booklet if I need that. It's a quick reference. I've got this section loaded up with loose pencils, but also a set of pencils. So maybe you need to set all of your drawing, painting, coloring things together in one tray, and you've got all the options for doing that. Things like spritzes and sprays are going to fit perfectly there. This one has a bunch of sewing tools, notions, bindings, some quilting clips there. And then I've got this other little extra space in the tray where I can hold a few extra goodies as well. Now, I said I was going to tell you about those little clips and the bands. So each of these is going to come with a clip. And those clips are, you can use those to clip the pieces together in any configuration that you want to use them. So if you're not using all of them on the tray together and you want to build a little storage for something else in another area, now you can just clip that together. You have, look at this nice, neat little bundle. It can go in the corner of your desk. You might be using it for cosmetic brushes in your bathroom or those type of accessories, but they're all going to hold together in using those clips and those bands. The other thing you can do with this, which is really one of the basic designs for it, was you can configure it to go into a corner or around a corner. So if I have a space, maybe I have a corner on my workspace and I just want to be able to push things against the wall, I can take all of the different bins, connect them together using the bands, right? And now I've created this storage that literally fits exactly the corner space that I have available. Or I might double it up this way, right? And then once they're clipped on, they'll slide along on the bands, right? So you can slide them exactly into place. But the nice thing about this is all the pieces work together on the tray and slide neatly right into your cube storage, Or you can separate the pieces to use them, Becky, anywhere in your house, craft room, bathroom, garage, kitchen, that you need just a little bit of storage that's totally customizable. So just a great little suite of products. And today it's at an amazing price. You can't really go wrong with that at all.
No. I think you're going to have to be quick if you want to grab that. And there are probably not that many left at a half price. You know, you really want to take full advantage of those. The next thing we have is the hang and hold organizer. So this is a bar that goes on the edge of your desk, and then you've got little clips to enable you to clip these little sort of buckets over the top of them. So if I show you what this looks like, so this is what the bar looks like. So it goes onto your little desk, so it screws up here, and then you've got this piece here. So you've got these little sections that then just clip onto the top like that. So you've got ones for sort of tools, you've got ones for storage, you've got ones for a bin. You can sort of make and match the way you want it to do, so it fits like this. It looks really good. Could you use it as a pull-up bar? I'm not entirely sure you could, but you could use it for, as Tiffany said, really good for organising on your picnic table, which I thought was a great idea. If I put that one there, I could really see that being an ideal thing. So you can see all of those different little pockets here, which is going to storage on the side. So you could pop all of your toiletries perhaps, or your cosmetics, your brushes, all those sorts of things, or you can use it for your craft, or as Tiffany said, use it on your picnic table, and you can have your silverware, your napkins and your condiments all in there and keep it all organised. Great price for this, again, £27.99, $39.99, or your platinum price is £22.39 or $31.99. Tiffany, I think this is a great item to have, and I love the idea about using this as a picnic on a picnic table. It's a brilliant idea.
You know, one of the nice things about hang and hold is that it can be used everywhere in your house. I mean, I'm looking around the craft studio right here. I have multiples of them around the studio. I have a roll-out table that I pull out when I have people crafting with me, and I just have a bar on each end of it, and then who's ever crafting with me can clip on whatever they need, whether it's that basic bin or the narrow, deep paper storage bin or the cup holder, the tool bin. They all work really great, and they're so interchangeable. And as I mentioned earlier, I actually have a little makeup station here that I use before I do a show like this, and I have it all with cosmetics in it at the edge of my table and a little mirror, and so it works great for that too. So anywhere, my husband has one on his workbench, anywhere that you need to just expand out your space, Becky, the hang and hold is a perfect solution for that. It makes it so simple and so easy, and you can move it around. So it's a great accessory for a picnic table in your kitchen, wherever you just need a little bit more space. Just attach it to the edge of the table, clip on those bins, and you're ready to go.
It is a great idea. Next thing we're going to have a look at is the workstation. We've only got the black left. The pink is unfortunately gone. But Tiffany, you've got a pink one already filled with all the goodies, haven't you? So you can show us what it looks like once it's full. But we've only got the black available.
Yes, well, here is the beauty of the Craft and Carry Workstation. I'm unloading all the goodies from the pink one. And as you can see, if I was working on this layout and I had all of these bits and pieces that I had pulled out that I was going to use on the layout, everything kind of gets buried, right? As crafters, we start with this workspace, and then the more things we bring out to use on our project, our workspace actually gets buried. So right here is my project, but now all the little pieces that I needed for that project are all over my workspace. So the Craft and Carry Workstation takes all of these bits and pieces and lets me take them vertically. I can see them, I can get to them, even my scraps of paper are gonna go in there. So whatever I have pulled out to use, I don't have to tap around to find those markers, to find those little bits of gems that I want to use that I pulled out. You know, even the adhesives, all of those types of things. You've got your little section here that's going to hold your tall, skinny stuff. You can divide up the small section for your smaller embellishments. So in just a couple of minutes, you've seen me go from this really, not even a couple of minutes, I guess it's more like seconds, from this really messy workspace where I can't actually get to my project at all, to a very tidy, very accessible workspace where I can see all of the different products, that I might have pulled out to work on this layout. So now I can actually do some work. I can actually work on my layout without tapping around, do the next piece, right? I've got my little tags here. If I want to add color, if I want to add Nouveau drops or a piece of baker's twine, or maybe I'm going to add those little bits of bling. Now I can actually see them, use them. And if I decide I don't want to do that, then I can just take that embellishment, put it in a pocket, think about it for later. It's perfect, right? So easy to work on a layout or any type of project. If I don't finish it, everything that I need for that project is already nice and neat and organized. I can pick it up, put it on the shelf. When I'm ready to work on that project again, pull it back out, finish the project. But here's one of the best things, Becky. At the end of the project, I can carry this around my room and put the tools away where the tools go and the adhesives away where they go. I don't have to go back and forth. I'm not cuddling all of those products, trying to put them away and dropping them on the floor. I literally can carry this around my room, put everything back where it belongs, fold it up, tuck it away, and the next time I'm ready to create a project, pop it back up and start crafting again. So it works to keep everything organized in the process, but it also is going to help you put everything away, and that will encourage you to put it away, which will help keep your room nice and neat and tidy.
You say that, Tiffany, and I think you're right, but I definitely need one of those. But in fact, I need probably about 30 of them for all of the projects that I've got ongoing. We're all the same, aren't we? We all have multiple projects on the go at any one time. And that looks brilliant. So that is £22.49.
Problem, right? We all make this big mess. We all have multiple projects going on at the same time. And you're absolutely right. Now, 30, Becky, that might be a lot of projects, but we definitely all have 3 or 4 going on, or you might craft with kids and they have projects going on. Imagine how easy it would be to just pick it up, put it on the shelf, right? It doesn't take up a ton of space. It's only 7 inches across. You slide it on the shelf, you pull it off the shelf, bring it back out. So you can have multiple projects going, but not be like crowding out your whole table with all of those projects. So super simple.
Absolutely. And for that price, £17.99 platinum price or $20.99, you can afford to have a couple of those for the items you're going to be doing. Leo Mark says that is awesome. Cindy says, I love my hang and hold, and she's got 2. Rhonda says, I have 4 craft and carry workstations and can't craft without one anymore. That's a great way, because at least everything's all sort of organised for you. It does make it nice and simple to have everything in one place at any one time. And the next items that we've got are our fab files. Now, these have been really, really busy. If you do want these, do take advantage and put them in your basket and check out as soon as you can. The first one is your A4 size fab file, £7.19 or $8.99. Platinum price is £5.75 or $7.19. Oh, sorry, that one's gone. Sold out. It had to be quick today. Unfortunately, that one has got... so 5x7 is sold out. Oh, 5x7 is okay. So it's an A4 that's sold out. We've still got the 5x7, but again, not a huge amount of these left because they've been very popular. £6.29, $8.09. Platinum price is £5 and £3. I can't say it today. £5 and 3 pence, or $6.47. The next one we have is your 6x6 fab file, and you did see earlier how they're different, and I think Tiffany's going to show us the difference between those and the paper handlers. This is £6.29 or $7.19. Platinum price is £5 and 3 pence or $5.75, saving of 10%. Tiffany, the difference between these and those paper handlers, because you can lock these together, is that right?
Right. So if you look at the Totally Tiffany product line, you'll see that we make a variety of 6x6 and 5x7, all the sizes that we use. And those are all sort of tailored to how you craft. So if you are using the paper handlers, those are an open container. They're really easy to get things in and out of. They're easy to take off the shelf. Right? But if you don't always leave them on your shelf, you don't have a craft room, or you travel a lot, that's when something like a fab file might be a good choice. It's the same size, it works with the pockets, but the fab file has that nice locking tab. So even this one, and this is loaded with paper, right? So we know how heavy paper is. You can tip it upside down and it is not going to come open. So maybe you store things in a garage where you have to grab a bunch of stuff and bring it into your craft room. You're worried about that type of thing, but the locking tab on the tops of these. No matter what size, they're going to stay locked. They do have the little handle on the side. And so each of the different product lines that we make are really sort of thought out to be, if you're a stay-at-home crafter, if you're a travel crafter, maybe you do both, and that's a different product, and that's no exception with the Fab Files. They're also thought through that way. So we're out of the A4 8.5 by 11. Is that true? So I'm going to talk just about the 6 by 6 to start with. So going to work, of course, with our 6 by 6 pockets. If you're just tuning in or you missed the beginning of the show, all of the accessories for 6 by 6 fit all the 6 by 6 products. So great for paper. Also a great way to store. Maybe you have, well, you've got your paper pads, of course. And as you can see, these are both marketed as 6 by 6 paper, but one is definitely larger than the other. So all of our products have that little bit of extra space, but a great way to store your paper pads with the scraps together in that 6 by 6 Fab File. This also is a great way to store small kits. So this is everything I need for doing resin pour, right? I've got the cups, I've got the resin, there's a few more cups, I've got the gloves, I've got the colors, I've got the table cover, oh, and look, it's a little sticky, but it's all protected inside the box. So I've got the color as well. Everything's in there, everything I need when I'm gonna do this project. It's all right here, it's all ready to go in one nice, neat little tidy bin. So if I'm gonna do something like resin pour, I only have to go one place to find it. So that is the 6 by 6. And then we also have the 5 by 7. And the 5 by 7 is coming with the file folders. So the file folders, you get 6 of the file folders. They're a plastic file folder, so they're reusable. They have an insert pocket on the front that comes with this little insert paper where you can write notes. So if you're if you're storing photos in here or organizing photos for a scrapbooking project, you can write notes about what the photos are or who's in the pictures or that type of thing. And so you're getting 6 of those in the box. I think I mentioned this earlier. People often ask, can we buy extra file folders for the box? We don't sell extra file folders, and that is because 6 of those file folders is the most you can fit in the box. So you're getting a fully loaded box. There's no extra space in there. We filled it up for you with those folders. So the folders work great also for keeping collections of things like these. This is a set of embossing folders and the little border embossing folder for this whole Christmas collection, right? Everything's together in one nice, neat little bundle. The stamps that match those embossing folders right here in this pocket. So the folders are going to work great for not only storing photos and mementos, which is what this is loaded with, all the mementos from a trip, again, organized by city that we visited, so ready to craft with that. Last but not least, the 5 by 7, this is my Gemini Mini.
That's great. I can't believe you can fit that in there. That's brilliant.
Right. It's so perfect, right? You want to keep the plates together with the Mini. If you're going to travel with a die cutting machine, this is probably the machine that you want to travel with. It's compact, it's easy to use, and now I can just put it into my travel bag, and it's all everything. I know I have everything together. So whether you're using your Fab Files for paper and scraps, or you're using them for tools or craft kits, you are going to find so many amazing uses for this product line, and you are just absolutely going to love it. And they are a little bit addicting. I mean, you can tell just by looking around my space. They're addicting.
Tiffany, I want to live in your house, I have to say. I want to be as organised as you in my own home. But I imagine is your total home all very organised, everything in the right place?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, I think, right? It's a blessing. Our greatest strengths are often our greatest weakness as well. So my husband may think differently, but his garage is well organized now. He likes that.
Do you organise it for him, or does he organise it himself using your products?
He usually tries to organize, and then he'll come and get me and say, this isn't working. And then I sort of take over the project, but it works well now, like the way he knows where everything is, and it's, kind of the same thing. So he's happy. I don't think he likes admitting I'm better at it than he is, but he is happy with the end result.
Well, quite clearly, he knows that it's your strength and his weakness because he's asking you for advice. So that's definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. It's been lovely to see you again. It's been a while since I've seen you, and I'm always inspired by how organised you make me want to become. The products you've got are brilliant, and they make so much sense in so many different ways. So thank you so much for joining us today. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, thanks so much for inviting me on your show. I've had a great time as always. You know, I love to talk about organization. So wonderful to be with you. I hope all of you have a wonderful night, and I will see lots of you on Tuesday morning for Tuesday Live on my Facebook channel, where I'll answer all the questions you have about the products you bought this weekend. So
fantastic.
Take care, everybody, and I'll see you
Thanks very much,
soon.
Tiffany. Lovely to talk to you. And do remember, if you do buy anything from Crafters Companion website that you've seen on the shows today, if you spend more than £20 or $20, you will get a free gift of our Masquerade Ball Chandelier die. And if you spend over £100 or $100, you will receive the 3D Scene Builder stamp and die set. Now, we're almost at the end of the day, almost the end of Saturday night. So Michelle and I are going to go out dancing. No, we're not. Yeah, not out in town. No, we'll probably walk down to Sainsbury's and get some ice cream, which is normally our Saturday night. We do have. It's going to be me and Michelle tomorrow. So it's going to be. We're going to have craft vault, and we've got a Christmassy craft vault. Very exciting. And then we've got craft along with Baroque border dies, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't know. Have you posted up your craft along pictures yet of the? Yeah, it looks lovely. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look at Michelle's Facebook page. You will see what she's made, and it's absolutely beautiful. And we've also got Second Chance Sunday, obviously, to give you the opportunity to see all the things that we've had today. I don't know whether we've got any of the Mediterranean Dreams showstopper yet. The showstopper's gone, which we expected to. We will have a smaller collection for you, but if you didn't get a chance to have that, you will want to join in tomorrow to have a look at that. We've also got the launch of those rag dolls that we had earlier on today, so you'll be able to see those tomorrow as well. So I do hope you enjoy your Saturday evening. We'll see you bright and early at 11 a.m. for Craft Vault. Have a nice Saturday.